So we are back in Bellingham, Washington for another edition of West Coast League Baseball here on the Bells Audio and Radio Network. Thanks for tuning in for this evening's game. We've got a matchup between the Bellingham Bells and the Port Angeles Lefties. It is the Lefties coming to town in this one after the Bells swept the Kamloops Northpaws the last time out, and Bells are exciting right now as far as just the momentum that we're feeling here with this team. Really feels like the squad is coming together in this one, and hopefully trying to keep the ball rolling against the Port Angeles Lefties, because the last time these two teams faced, it was Bellingham's first sweep of the season, and it's part of the current win streak that Bellingham rests on. The Bells are coming off a sweep of their own over the Kamloops Northpaws over the weekend. The Bellingham Bells capped off that sweep with a comeback 6-5 win on Sunday. It gave Bellingham its 7th win in a row and earned them another series win. Still just one series dropped all summer long for these Bellingham Bells. The Bells scored 4 unanswered runs in that ball game in the 7th and 8th innings to rally back from a 5-2 deficit to take the 6-5 comeback win. Kamloops in that game had struck first against Bellingham starter Cedric Henderson. The UCLA right-handed pitcher surrendered an unearned run in the first inning after a 2-out error that put the Northpaws ahead 1-0. The visitors then doubled their lead in the 3rd inning with another run off of Henderson, this time earned. Bellingham's first 2 runs of the game came in the 4th inning. That tied the game. Bryce Johnson squeezed in a bunt for the first run of the game, and then Dylan Moss tied the ball game with an RBI hit to center field. Robbie Zimmerman came in relief of the starter Henderson and pitched 2 scoreless innings in the 4th and 5th frames. Will Crane, another UCLA arm, debuted in the 6th inning for Bellingham. He surrendered the lead after letting up 2 runs on 2 hits. Cal Young then allowed Kamloops to score 1 run in the 7th, which gave the Northpaws a 5-2 lead. Jaden Jackson doubled to score the Bells' first run in the bottom of the 7th inning. He then, though, later scored on an RBI knock from Nate Johnson, and that grew the comeback fire a bit larger, and it really sparked after Aiden Collins struck out the side in the top of the 8th inning. So then the Bells, down 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th, rallied for another 2-run inning. Aspen Alexander singled, and Keiji Hattori reached with the help of an errant throw and a fielder's choice. Jaden Jackson tied the game with another RBI hit, and Jake Lyle gave the Bells a 6-5 lead on a single to left field. Frank Willius entered for the save opportunity and locked down his 4th save of the summer, as he struck out 2 batters but allowed his first hit of the season in relief. Nonetheless, the Bells finished the comeback win 6-5, or 5-4, or 6-5, coming back from 5-2. And now we are 15-6, and one of the biggest things that happened since the last time we saw you on Sunday, the Wenatchee Apple Sox lost their series finale to the Nanaimo Night Owls, so now the Bells and Apple Sox tied at 15 wins, 6 losses, tied atop the North Division, 21 games through. There's 6 games left in the first half, 2 3-game series for both Bellingham and Wenatchee. We're taking on these Lefties, then the Victoria Harbor Cats over the weekend. And Wenatchee, they're taking on the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Walla Walla Sweets for their next 6 games. So it's going to come down to the wire, but hey, we've won 7 straight. Bells are feeling like they're on fire, and even if you extend past the 1 loss to Portland, it's now 10 wins of the last 11 for Bellingham, where the offense has just been, they've been the catalyst. 66 runs in the 7-game winning streak, outscoring their opponents 66-25. So the pitching's been right there behind the offense, but the offense definitely what has truly wowed us. And Jaden Jackson, he has wowed us. We can go into the week he had last week. A 555 batting average, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 8 walks, 8 RBI, 9 runs scored, 2 steals. Last week, in his debut week with the Bells, he had an OPS of over 1,600. That was ridiculous stuff that he did. He was getting on base, and he was doing damage, whether that was scoring runs or driving them in himself. A snub of the West Coast League Player of the Week for sure. That being said, tonight's starter is Lathan Haywood, the right-hander for Bellingham. He's going to duel with the Port Angeles lefty starter Aiden Venz, but we'll get more into the starting lineups when we come right back. It's game 1 of 3 between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Bellingham Bells.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Here in Bellingham, Washington, for the first game of 3 between two North Division squads in the West Coast League, it's your Bellingham Bells hosting the Port Angeles Lefties for a 3-game set here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today's game starting at 6:35, our first pitch. That will come from Lathan Haywood, the Bells righty out of Stetson University, getting the ball. He'll be doing off against Aiden Venz of the Lefties, a high school senior coming from Roosevelt High School. Let's go into your starting lineups first for the visitors from Port Angeles. Jordan Daniels is the right fielder who is leading things off. Batting second in the Lefties order is the shortstop Will Feltus. Ethan Wood, the first baseman, bats third in the order. Carter Enoch is the DH cleaning up. Caden Young does the catching, batting fifth. Matanako is the third baseman behind him. Tommy Markey, the reigning West Coast League All-Star Game MVP, gets the start in center field as Wyatt Moeller follows him in the 8th spot. And then Wes Lynch, the left fielder, wraps up the Lefties starting lineup. For your Bellingham Bells, it is Jaden Jackson doing the leading off in left field. Jake Lyle is going to catch. He bats second. Nate Johnson behind him batting third at third base. Noah Cassie, the opposite corner of the infield, does the cleaning up. Bryce Johnson out in right field. Bats fifth. Dylan Moss will DH in the 6th spot of the order with Tyler Peschke playing shortstop and batting 7th. Aspen Alexander, the start at second base in the 8-hole. And then it is Brandon Leon, the center fielder out of the College of the Desert, headed to UCLA, who is going to be making his debut with the Bellingham Bells, so that's exciting. And, of course, we mentioned the starter Lathan Haywood, the junior out of Stetson University, coming in for his 4th start as a Bellingham Bell so far for Haywood. 12 1/3 innings, a 5.11 ERA, so he looks to get back on track against the Port Angeles Lefties. It hasn't been a long time since the Lefties and Bells faced off. It was a week ago where the Bells were on the road facing Port Angeles at Civic Field, but now they're here in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field, and should be a good matchup. Game 1 of 3 between these two squads, and another great day for baseball. It's hot here in Bellingham. We're mid-80s today, which is, a rarity when it comes to the Pacific Northwest. So a great day for baseball, you could say, I guess, as a cliche. Not too windy at the ballpark, so maybe we see some things fly, but always a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Nonetheless, we're ready to get started. These national anthems going to take place, and then when we come back, it is first pitch at Joe Martin Field.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So we are live from Joe Martin Field, game 1 of 3 between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Bellingham Bells here in a North Division showdown in the 2026 West Coast League Summer. 2 North Division squads here going head-to-head for the second time this season. The last time that the Bells and Lefties faced off, it was all Bellingham out in Port Angeles, a 3-game sweep over the Lefties where the Bells dominated on offense. They scored 35 runs and only allowed 10 against Port Angeles. Now here at home, looking to continue that same momentum, looking to continue the momentum of 7 straight wins after a win against Portland, 3 against Port Angeles, and then their most recent sweep against Kamloops. The Bells are on fire in a tie for first place in the North Division along with the Wenatchee Apple Sox at 15-6. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome to Joe Martin Field. Should be another great day for baseball as we get a look at Lathan Haywood, the Bells' starting right-handed pitcher, a junior out of Stetson University who made 12 relief appearances this season. He pitched a total of 19 1/3 innings for the Hatters and had a .652 ERA. He's a familiar face to you Bellingham Bells fans over the years. He is now in his 3rd summer with the Bells after pitching 13 innings last year and 22 1/3 innings back in 2024. So far, as a starter in 3 games, he's tossed 12 1/3 for Bellingham. His most recent start came against these very Lefties a week ago. Out at Civic Field, he pitched in an 8-1 victory, received a no decision after going 4 frames. He allowed just 3 hits and gave up only 1 run. He will face the leadoff man of the Port Angeles Lefties. It's the right fielder, Jordan Daniels, wearing the number 22 in Port Angeles' black jerseys with their orange piping. The gray bottoms for the visitors. It's all white for Bellingham and the navy blue caps. Haywood missed his first pitch low, and we are underway in Bellingham on a Tuesday evening. Tuesday that is for the people via one of the many promotional options that we have here throughout our games that we host. And Tuesdays, some of the most popular ones because you get half off of tickets. And that ran up and inside on Daniels, and Haywood has hit the leadoff man. So not the ideal start for the Bells right-hander as he surrenders a leadoff hit by pitch. So now it'll be the shortstop Will Feltus out of Yakima Valley College batting with a runner on first base. It's the 5th hit by pitch that Haywood has allowed this summer. to go along with his 10 hits and 7 walks allowed. The whip sitting at 138 for Haywood. As he gets the outside ball. As he missed wide. Pitch into Feltus is sliced foul. And shortstop, 1 ball and 1 strike on him. Feltus just wrapped up his freshman year with Yakima Valley College. This is his first game with Port Angeles of the summer. Another foul ball from him, down 1-2 against Haywood. Lefties enter this game at a 5-16 record, nearly the opposite of the Bells' 15-6. The Lefties have gone 2-8 in their last 10 games, compared to the Bellingham Bells, who have won 10 of their last 11. The 1-2 from Haywood misses wide, and it's ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes, runner off of first after the leadoff hit by pitch. Another wide miss from Haywood. That has just been where his pitch has missed outside. 87 that time on his fastball. Away from the lefty batting shortstop Feltus. Now full count pitch coming, and it's wide for a walk. So hit by pitch and a walk starts the evening for Lathan Haywood on the mound, and now he will face early traffic, trying to avoid what has been a bit of a struggle when at home for Haywood. His most recent time against the Nanaimo Night Owls gave up 6 runs on June 9th facing the Night Owls. In that game, he surrendered 3 walks, 4 hits, and he hit 3 batters in that start. He's hit a batter and walked one so far to begin this Tuesday evening outing, and now the Lefties have 2 on, looking to strike early. It's going to be key for the Lefties to go up early against Bellingham, who's here at home for the 4th straight game of a 6-game homestand, and Port Angeles, knowing the result that came when they were hosting Bellingham, surely wants a bit of revenge. After strike 1 on Ethan Wood, Haywood drops the second one down there against the Lefties' first baseman, who's now down 0-2. Haywood looking to put away the sophomore from Regis University. Oh, 0-2 pitch to the lefty. He thought about going. They'll check, and they say he does not go. The right decision as Wood stays alive with ball 1. 65 runs driven in this year for Wood at Regis. That was over 51 games. He's got a chance to get the Lefties on the scoreboard with 2 on and no outs. As Haywood deals home. Wood sprays it foul off the left side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Haywood a glance back at second base. The right-hander hunting his first out to start this ball game. That is chopped foul off the right side. And Wood stays alive again on another foul ball. Lefties with runners on first and second as Haywood likes a sign from the catcher Jake Lyle. Another 1-2 to the first baseman, another foul ball. Ethan Wood continues to battle. In 185 at-bats this year for Regis, he hit .427. Haywood trying to put him away. This one fouled but put in play. Lyle will throw to third for 1. Johnson over to first, and it's a 2-5-3 double play. Not the one you often see. That ball was called in play by the umpire, and Port Angeles seeming to disagree. One of the most unconventional double plays you'll see, and it came from a chopping foul ball from Wood. Lefties head coach trying to argue his case. Donald Bray maybe saying that the initial swing from it, where it initially landed, was foul. If it's put in front of the plate, Lyle had every right to field that before it goes past the line. And call will stand, and it's a huge break for Nathan Haywood getting that double play after hitting a batter and walking one. Now he has 2 outs and just a runner on second for Port Angeles for Carter Enoch. Designated hitter batting cleanup and trying to do that with 2 outs for the Lefties in the top of the first. First pitch is a breaking ball from Haywood, and ball 1 in the dirt. Enoch, a freshman from Saddleback College. 36 runs driven in for him in 43 games with Saddleback. One-0 inside, given a strike. Bells were able to keep were able to catch the lefties kind of off guard on that double play with it, maybe seeming like it could have been a foul ball, but it was heads-up play by the Bells catcher, Jake Lyle, to field it. Good job by Johnson to be covering third base, and then they beat Wood, who was trotting slowly down the first base line. So now ball and a strike on Carter Enoch, and a chance for Haywood to get out of the inning without no damage. It's a half-hearted swing on the ground to the second baseman, Alexander, and Bellingham finishes off a scoreless first inning despite the first two reaching. Haywood escapes it, and we go to the bottom of the first. Here, live from Joe Martin Field, it's the Bellingham Bells and the Port Angeles Lefties in their first game of a 3-game set.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Bottom of the first inning here in Bellingham, coming up between the Port Angeles Lefties and the Bellingham Bells. A bit of nifty work on defense to escape a scoreless first inning, and the Bells will take it as their bats now come up for the first time here on this Tuesday evening at the ballpark. Aiden Venz, the starter for the Lefties, getting his first start of the summer. So far, 4 2/3 innings pitched for him, and he has been tagged hard, an 11.57 ERA in his WCL summer so far, and an 0-1 record. He has surrendered 7 hits, 8 walks, 2 hit batters, and has tossed 5 wild pitches to allow that ERA of about 11.5, and he'll have to face one of the most dangerous hitters that you can face in the league, and definitely on the Bellingham Bells. Jaden Jackson will lead things off. Jackson can be argued maybe as a potential snub from the West Coast League Player of the Week honors. Jackson, when you look at the numbers against Zach Wattis of the Ridgefield Raptors, who was last week's Player of the Week, Wattis hit .375 with 2 doubles, 3 homers, had 5 walks, 10 RBI, 2 runs, and 2 steals. When you look at Jackson, I mean, the stats on your screen speak for themselves, right? The .555 average. Had 2 doubles, 1 triple, a homer, 8 walks, 8 runs driven in, 9 runs scored, 2 steals, and he did it all in 1 less game than the Ridgefield Raptors' Zach Wattis. I mean, when you look at the OPS numbers, a 16.48 for Jackson. For Wattis, a 1.345. I mean, Jaden Jackson had a remarkable week, and it went unnoticed on the league-wide stage. But here at the Bellingham Bells. We recognize Tim, and how about that? Shoots one the opposite way out to left field, and Jackson has got himself a leadoff single, picking up right where he left off from that awesome week. Jake Lyle, another guy swinging the hot bat for Bellingham. These top two in the order have really put it together for Bellingham offensively, and we talk about the 7-game winning streak. You can't talk about that win streak without mentioning Jake Lyle, and I'm sure this is some PTSD for the Port Angeles Lefties, because the very last game that the Lefties saw Jake Lyle, he posted 6 RBI out at Civic Field, picking up 3 hits with 2 of those going for homers and 1 of them being a double. He absolutely crushed the Lefties in the getaway game in a 17-2 victory for the Bells back on June 18th. Lyle now batting after taking ball 1. Off the inside of his bat and sprays it to shallow center out in no man's land. It'll drop for a hit. Jackson takes a look at third, but then will stay content with second base. Back-to-back singles from the 2 hottest hitters for Bellingham. Now there's 2 runners on for Nate Johnson. Nate Johnson recently returned from a brief stint away from the starting lineup. And appeared on June 5th against the Springfield Drifters and didn't appear again until the Game 2 against the Kamloops Northpaws on Saturday, the 20th. And now he gets plunked with the first one right in the leg guard. So now the base is juiced up just like that in the first inning. And Bellingham's offense looking to explode in the first as Noah Cassie comes up. The catcher Young and the pitcher Venz on the mound with a meeting as the bases are loaded quickly here. Venz has yet to deliver more than 10 pitches, and Bellingham has already juiced up the bags. And they've juiced him ahead of a very dangerous hitter, Noah Cassie. We've learned throughout his Bellingham Bells career what he can do, driving in runs. A .339 batting average for Cassie this year with 13 RBI in his 17 games. Of his 21 hits, 4 have gone for extra bases with 2 doubles and 2 home runs. First pitch runs on the inside to Cassie, ball 1. No outs and the bases loaded. A good chance for Bellingham to really break this game open here on this Tuesday evening in Bellingham. That breaking pitch is called a strike. Ben steps off the rubber to get a reset before the 1-1. His last appearance came against the Bellingham Bells on June 17th. He surrendered 2 runs against Bellingham. Cassie foul tip strike 2, chasing the breaker. Venz surrendered 5 hits to the Bells, but limited the damage to just 2 runs. This is his first start of the summer. Maybe functioning as an opener for the Lefties. We'll see how it rolls on for his start, as the right-hander already has loaded the bases with 2 hits and a hit by pitch. Cassie takes an up and in pitch for ball 2. First baseman drawn to an even count. Jackson's leadoff single followed by a soft blooping hit from Jake Lyle, who's at second. And then Nate Johnson was hit on his very first pitch. Now Cassie gets a piece of it to stay alive. Bryce Johnson on deck with no outs in the inning, and it would be a tragedy if you don't get at least 1 across here in the first inning. Bases juiced, no outs. Plenty of ways to get Bellingham on the scoreboard to start this series off in the right way. 2-2, it's a shallow pop fly for the first baseman, and Wood will have the first out, and everyone stays put. That's the exact out that Aiden Venz and the Lefties were looking for. And Bryce Johnson will now try to drive in the first run of the game. First pitch into Bryce Johnson, fouled away. Johnson during the Kamloops series, just 1 hit. He did produce 2 RBI with sacrifice bunt on Sunday and a RBI ground out back on Saturday. This is on the ground left side, and he's down in the count 0-2. A strikeout here puts Port Angeles in a great position to escape this inning. Dylan Moss, the batter on deck. The LC State senior at the plate with one down, bases juiced up for Bellingham in the bottom of the first. Aiden Venz, the right-hander, comes home. Misses low and away. The block from Young behind the plate. Keep the runners where they are on every single bag of the infield. On the summer for Johnson, 16 games played, a .250 average with 7 runs batted in. His production has come when he has reached, scoring 12 runs. Now he'll try and drive in some. On a 1-2, he swings and misses, and he's down on strikes. And now, after the first 3 reached, the last 2 have been retired for Venz. The right-hander, a chance to get out of this if he can retire Dylan Moss. The catcher who is DHing in this game has had a great Bellingham Bells summer so far. 16 games under his young belt and 11 runs batted in for Moss. Tries to do it with the bases loaded and takes the first pitch outside. Had a hit in every game against the Kamloops North Paws, and he's running on a 4-game hit streak. Moss drove in 3 runs during the series against Kamloops. The breaking pitch is called for a strike against him, so a ball and a strike on the Stanford commit. Aiden Venz hunting one more out with the bases loaded. Gets Moss to roll over foul. That curveball has gotten some early swings from Bellingham. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Strike away from wasting the leadoff bases loaded from the first 3 batters. The last 2 have been retired. This would be a big escape for the right-hander. It's bounced for ball 2. Tyler Peschke waiting on deck, the shortstop if it gets to him. Moss trying to make sure that happens. A 2-2 to Moss. On the ground, foul. Left side, and we'll see another 2-2 pitch. Moss, a high school senior from IMG Academy, but he has looked all the part here in Bellingham in this summer collegiate league before even playing a game of collegiate baseball. He is fit right in. 2-2 chopped on the ground to the shortstop, Feltis. A chance to end it. His throw is wild as it gets to the Bells dugout. Now 2 runs come in to score. Runners on the corners off the error from the lefties, and it burns them for 2 runs in the first inning. And you got to feel terrible if you're Aiden Venz on the mound. You got the ground ball you needed. The shortstop Feltis in his debut with Port Angeles, his first play to him, he boots it for an error, and now it's 2-0 Bellingham. Tyler Peschke up with 2 outs, runners on the corners, 2 runs in for the Bells. And a way wild pitch. Moss going to take off for second. The runner at third, Nate Johnson staying put. Now the catcher, Caden Young, back out there to talk with the starting right-hander for the Lefties after that wild pitch. Was an out away from escaping the bases loaded jam, got the ground ball he needed, but now he still finds himself out there on the hill, down 2-0 in the ballgame. 2 unearned runs against him, but still down 2-0 on the scoreboard. And Tyler Peschke, the shortstop, trying to add to the damage. UCLA commit. Ball and no strikes on him after the wild miss. Fastball at 86, low for strike 1. Runners on second and third for Bellingham as Peschke takes it near the hands for ball 2. Peschke 12 runs batted in 19 games for Bellingham as he swings and misses at strike 2. So he has produced in the runs batted in category, but just a 181 batting average for the UCLA infielder. 2-2. Stays even after that foul ball from Peschke. 19 strikeouts for Peschke and 72 at-bats. Venz hunting another against Peschke, and now it's 3-2 after that miss. Venz with 1 strikeout so far in this first inning, came against Bryce Johnson. The error putting 2 runs on the scoreboard for Bellingham, and it's 2-0. Runners off a second and third still for the Bells. As a payoff pitch home, 2 Peschke misses inside, and it's ball 4 and the bases are loaded. And Aspen Alexander. Bit of a under-the-radar week for him last week. You know, when you had such big weeks from Jake Lyle and Jaden Jackson, it kind of went unnoticed how good of a week that Aspen Alexander had. 10 hits over 6 games for Alexander last week. As the GCU freshman steps up with 2 outs, bases juice. The first pitch to him is up and inside. Luckily gloved by the catcher Young. Was close to being another wild toss. Second baseman goes ahead in the count. Ball, no strikes. That one bounced in the dirt and a block from Young. Alexander through 19 games with Bellingham, a .313 batting average. Has a chance to add to his 8 RBI total in this at-bat. Hasn't driven a run since the final game at Port Angeles, when he was 3 for 4 at the plate. 3 straight misses to him, and he can drive in a run with a walk. To go along with those 10 hits last week, Alexander drew 6 walks. Now in a 3-0, he takes a strike down the middle. Three and 1, bases still loaded. Venz got nowhere to put Alexander. Fastball swing and miss from the Bells' second baseman. That's all you have to do for Venz, just challenge him with the fastball and get strike 2. Now a full count, trying to get out of the first with just 2 runs of damage. Payoff pitch as the runners get a head start. Just fought off foul by Alexander. A nice job to do just that. So now Alexander will see another 3-2 coming. Nate Johnson at third, Dylan Moss at second, Tyler Peschke at first. 2 runs across against the lefty starter. And on a 3-2, it's high, and it's a bases loaded walk issued to make it 3-0 Bellingham. Good patience at the plate from Alexander to add to this Bells lead. Debuting for Bellingham, coming to the plate, is Brandon Leone. He's headed to UCLA for the fall, coming out of the College of the Desert. Bounced in the dirt and blocked by the catcher. Still the bases loaded up with 2 outs, and it's the error on Feltus that has got us this far. If the play had been made just 3 batters ago, would have been a scoreless inning for the Lefties, but instead they find themselves down 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Lefty batting center fielder with a late swing to foul it off. Leon will be a junior with UCLA after finishing his sophomore year with the College of the Desert, and he puts this out into left field. Peschke coming home as the throw is cut off. Alexander goes back to second base where the throw is back to try and sneak him out, but it's a 2 RBI knock for the man in his debut for the Bellingham Bells, and it's 5-0 the first time through. Moss and Peschke scoring. Alexander up to second base, first and second, and a 5-0 lead for Bellingham. Jaden Jackson for the second time after leading off this bottom of the first with a single. Came in to score on the error. Sends the first pitch to left center field, and it continues to pour on. Aspen Alexander heading home, and Jaden Jackson's 2 for 2 with a run knocked in. Jake Lyle going to come up for the Bells against these lefties who have seen the scoreboard turn into a 6-0 ball game in the first inning. Lyle had his catching gear on, wasn't even in the on-deck circles, getting prepared to head behind the dish for his second inning catching, and now he'll head to the right-handed batter's box looking to add to a one-hit day, and it's still only the first inning. Bells have batted around and more to score 6 runs in this first inning, and there's 2 outs with runners at first and second. Strike into Lyle, 0-1. Lefties have now started their bullpen here with the right-hander Aiden Venz struggling to get out of the first inning. Lyle foul tips it, and now the lefties a strike away from escaping. Oh, 2 on the Bells catcher. 6 runs in the inning. 0-2 crushed out to left field. Lynch will not get to it. Jake Lyle heading into second for a double as it's bobbled out in the outfield, and both runners on the base paths in to score. It is 8-0 Bellingham in the first inning. It has turned ugly for Port Angeles in this first inning. 8 runs across in the frame. Nate Johnson now up. 5 hits in the inning for Bellingham, and all this could have been avoided without the error. These are 8 unearned runs against Aiden Venz. Instead of a scoreless ball game headed into the second inning, it's 8-0, and we're still in the bottom of the first. Nate Johnson for the second time after being hit by a pitch on the very first pitch he saw from Aiden Venz. Right-hander now with a runner on second for Bellingham, and Johnson at the plate taking strike 1. On 1 to the Bells' third baseman. Breaking pitch, shot out to left. Lynch this time able to get there, and he'll finish the disastrous first inning for these lefties. It's 8-0 headed into the second. My goodness.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Back in Bellingham, Washington, and it is not an error that you're seeing on the scoreboard. 8-0 the lead after the first inning. We head into the second. The Bells just poured it on in that first inning. 5 hits for 8 runs. All could have been avoided had the error not happened on Feltus, the shortstop. 8 unearned runs against the starter. So now Lathan Haywood in the second, facing Caden Young, the catcher, who leads things off for Port Angeles, now chasing a big number. Big pitch and a big swing from Young. This will go as a one-hopper up over the fence and an automatic double. So Young takes the leadoff ground rule double for a good answer for the Lefties. They try and gain some momentum after surrendering 8 runs. Matt Nako now will step to the plate, the Lefties' third baseman. He's back in the West Coast League after 27 games with Kamloops in 2024. Made a 2025 stop in the Northwoods League. Haywood tagged for his first hit to start this second inning. Runner off a second for the Lefties. It was a ground rule double, even though the ball bounced back into play. It only bounced into play because of the net out in left center field. As Akko bats taking ball 1 against Haywood, the right-hander who has surrendered a walk, hit by a pitch, and now a single. Gets a swing and a miss for a strikeout. Or for strike 1. Check that. He doesn't have a strikeout, is what I was trying to get through his stats. Had the help of a double play in the first inning to get around the first 2 base runners reaching against him, and now he has seen his offense give him an 8-0 lead in the second. Top of the second inning, he comes home in a 1-1. It's a breaking pitch, is a good one, but Akko sits on it for ball 2. Leadoff double from Caden Young. He gets his lead off of second base, dancing back and forth. Akko is jammed, but it gets out of play on the right side for a foul ball and strike 2. So the junior from Fordham University, batting from the right side for the Lefties in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hits a ball in play to the shortstop Peschke, who charges and throws to Cassie in time. And it's the first out in the second, a productive one as a risky run by Caden Young to go across the infield towards the third base bag, but he got there. It was a weak chopper, so he advances up to third base. Young will now look to score on a sacrifice maybe from Tommy Markey, who's a familiar name to West Coast League fans. He is returning to Port Angeles after being named the West Coast League All-Star Games MVP last year. Delivered a 2 RBI knock in the All-Star game as he went on to be honored. Last year, 41 games for Port Angeles, hit .302, and despite being an All-Star selection, was left off the All-West Coast League honors. Not an honorable mention even for the outfielder. He comes back to the WCL from Fordham University following a sophomore season there. He's down on the count 0-2. Oh, and 2 quickly on the lefty center fielder. Haywood misses wide for a ball. One, 2 in. This sprayed the opposite way to left field. Jaden Jackson makes the catch. Throw back to third, and he did not get him. Oh, bang, bang there back at the third base bag as Jackson was looking for an outfield assist, but it will just be the liner. What was interesting about that one is as it was headed to Jackson, he tried to pump fake the catch, but he ended up being able to make it either way. He kept Young at third base, which is what matters as the Lefties remain off the scoreboard for Wyatt Moeller. Moeller playing in his 17th game this summer with the Lefties, hitting just .205 on the year. Oh, got hit in the helmet. Another hit by pitch from Lathan Haywood, and looks like Moeller is going to be all right, heading to first base. Seemed like it didn't catch him too flush, which is the good part about that. Those hits to the head can be dangerous as far as concussions, but Wes Lynch will come up now with runners on the corners for the Lefties. 2 outs in the top of the second, an 8-0 lead for Bellingham after 8 runs on the bottom of the first inning to start off this game 1 of 3 between Port Angeles and Bellingham. Wes Lynch, a .214 hitter, batting in the 9 spot for the Lefties. First and third for Port Angeles. There's a breaking pitch from Haywood as a strike. A 1. Big swing and a miss on a chase well outside from Lynch. So Lynch down 0-2. Haywood looking to get out of another frame despite some traffic. And he will do just that. With his first strikeout, he caps off a scoreless second inning, stranding the leadoff double and the hit by a pitch at first. It's 8-0 headed into the bottom of the second inning here in Bellingham.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Into the bottom of 2 in Bellingham, and it's 8-0 with the Bells leading the Port Angeles Lefties. 8 runs in the first inning on 5 hits, a hit by pitch, a pair of walks, but most importantly, the error. Bells had the bases loaded when Dylan Moss hit a grounder to the shortstop Feltus, and his error that would have ended a scoreless first inning costed the Lefties 2 runs at that time. And then Bellingham went on to make him pay with 6 more. All unearned against Aiden Venz, the starter for Port Angeles, who is back out there for his second frame to face Noah Cassie, who leads it off. And after strike 1, a pitch in the left-handed batter's box is a miss for ball 1. So Venz, through the inning, lowered his season-long ERA, but the scoreboard, obviously, the tragedy from that first inning, as it's now 8-0 Bells. I mean, he knew the offense was feeling good, but, man, that first inning, something else. That fastball low against Cassie gets him 2-2. Cassie popped up to the first baseman Wood in his first at-bat. Foul ball to keep it even. Cassie, one of the 2 batters, him and Bryce Johnson, that did not get on base in the first inning. Foul tip from Cassie, and it stays even still. Aiden Venz searching for a way to put away this batter. Cassie puts it in play, deep out to left center field. This one has some carry. This one is gone, and Cassie launches for a solo homer in the bottom of the second, and Bellingham continues to rain it down on Port Angeles. It's 9-0. Cassie gets his third long bomb of the year. Clearing over 370 feet from that one, left center. And what a big swing from Cassie. Bryce Johnson now up with no outs, taking strike one. It's now 9-0 Bellingham as Johnson flies this out to the shortstop Feltus, who just barely in the left field grass will put away the first out in the bottom of the second inning. Dylan Moss was the batter that put the ball in play on the error that helped the Bells go on to score 8 runs. That lead now up to 9 as Moss attacks the first pitch and fouls it away off the left side, strike one. Moss went in to score a run in the first, as many Bells did, touching home. Every Bellingham Bell has rounded the bases and touched home except for Aspen Alexander and Bryce Johnson now. And a ridiculous start to this ball game. Strike two in on Moss, so a ball and 2 strikes now on the Bells' designated hitter. Oh, right in the back of Dylan Moss, and it's a hit by pitch to put him at first. Plunked with a 78-mile-an-hour breaking pitch from Venz. And Tyler Peschke, after walking and scoring a run in the first for the second time. Peschke taking ball one. Now 6 hits for Bellingham across these first inning and a third. Back pick throw to first base where Moss is back safely. Young trying to help out his pitcher. Try and get some outs here. It's been a struggle for the right-hander to get him himself. 3 flyouts and a strikeout as the 4 outs gained for Venz in this start for Port Angeles. His 1-1 breaking pitch is an inside strike. 1-2 on Peschke. On 2 fastball, hit the opposite way into right field, and Peschke will have his first hit of the game as the hit parade continues for Bellingham into this second inning. Aspen Alexander will be up with runners on first and second. Alexander had a bases-loaded walk in his first plate appearance. He picked up an RBI in that, but was left on base at the... Or actually, check that. He went in to score. What am I saying? So many people scored in that inning, I'm losing track of my scorebook already. It's going to be a messy day on the paper. Alexander taking ball one after the hit by pitch to Moss and the single from Peschke. 2 runners on with 1 out for Bellingham. Alexander ahead in the count 2-0. He got out to a 3-0 start to the at-bat against Venz back in the first. And once again, the hitter's place, 2 balls and no strikes. That's strike 1 against Alexander as the fastball low gets Aiden Venz his first strike in the column against the Bells' second baseman. Two 2-1. Breaking pitch, ball 3. Alexander didn't play this year for Grand Canyon University, but has seen a whole lot of action for Bellingham. Through 21 games, 19 played for him. This is his 20th of the summer and the 22nd of the year for Bellingham. Foul ball off the right side from Alexander. Strike 2 and another full count to him. Took a full count walk back in the first. Brandon Leon on deck for Bellingham. Then set for a payoff pitch. It's on the outside, rang up for strike 3. It'll be the second strikeout for Venz in his start. Second out in the second inning. Brandon Leon is now up. Delivered a 2 RBI single in the bottom of the first inning. The bottom of the order hitter went on to score as well. Leon had a great year this year with College of the Desert, a .458 batting average in 39 games. And it came after missing back-to-back seasons at Cal State Northridge. Began his collegiate career back in 2023 with Northridge, making 16 starts and 12 appearances, but then a redshirt season in 2024 and a medical redshirt year in 2025 have him as a classified sophomore this past spring, playing in those 39 games with College of the Desert. So 2 more years of eligibility headed into his UCLA career. Center fielder behind the count, 0-2 with 2 outs. Venz will step off the rubber. Run across here in the frame off the Noah Cassie solo shot. Venz with 2 strikes home, and at the feet of Leon. It gets wild, and both base runners move up. Ball and 2 strikes on Leon. Foul tipped, but not into the glove of the catcher, Young. Bottom of the order hitter staying alive for Bellingham. (9-0) the lead, 2 on in scoring position for Bellingham. Fouled off the right side from the center fielder. The run in this inning, the first earned run off of Aiden Venz in this start. 9-0 deficit after 8 unearned runs scored in the first inning following a 2-out error by the Lefties defense. 1-2 pitch coming to Leon is chopped down the first base line right towards Wood, and he'll take it himself to the bag to finish off a 1-run second for Bellingham. It's the solo homer from Noah Cassie to make it 9-0 heading into the third here at Joe Martin Field.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Hey, this is Lathan Haywood. You're listening to Bells Radio, home of the 2025 champs. Ring 'em.
Into the third inning we go in Bellingham, Washington. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome to West Coast League Baseball here in the Bells Radio Network, and it's a 9-0 lead for your Bells. Solo home run from Noah Cassie in the bottom of the second adds to Bellingham's lead, and Lathan Haywood, the starter, back up onto the bump for your Bells. So far through the first 2 innings, he's tossed it scoreless, surrendering 1 hit, 2 hit by pitches, and a walk with 1 strikeout. Haywood back up there for the second time through the order for the Lefties, as the sophomore from Citrus College, Jordan Daniels, is up after being hit by a pitch in the first. Ultimately was left on base. 2 base runners in each frame off of Haywood, but no damage done. And a comfortable 9-0 lead for Bellingham starter. First pitch is a miss to Daniels, who this year hit .368 in 45 games. He's committed to Cal State Northridge, the Division I school, after his year with Citrus College. Northridge will be his third collegiate stop after beginning his career at Chaffey College, where he played 42 games. One home to him, and takes a breaking pitch for a strike, dotted for Haywood. So leadoff man trying to lead off this third as the lefties look for any sorts of life against Haywood and Bellingham. Down big on the scoreboard, but just need to think about the next inning coming up. 1-2 as it's hit into shallow right center. Bryce Johnson, the right fielder, gloves the first out in the third. Will Feltus, the shortstop. Can't imagine what's going on through his brain. First game with Port Angeles. Your first ground ball that you receive in the first inning. You commit an error with the bases loaded that costs your team 2 runs, and then it goes on to overall being 8 runs scored in the first. All could have been avoided by the error not happening from him. So now with his bat, try and make up for some of it. Strike 1 is in against him. Feltus walked in the first inning. The only walk issued from Lathan Haywood so far in the start. Haywood missing wide to the shortstop from Yakima Valley College. One swing and a miss from Feltus. Haywood ready to go for another pitch after getting that swing and a miss, trying to work quickly here against the shortstop as he comes set in a 1-2 count. One out and misses wide, called for a ball. Two. Sprayed away, foul by Feltus to stay alive. Lefties off to another struggle in the summer. 5-16 this year. They were 20-34 last year, which was only their 4th overall season as a team in the West Coast League with 20 or more wins. It was their first 20-win season since 2022. 3-2 after a miss from Haywood to Feltus. Full count coming here to the lefty's shortstop. Jammed him and a foul ball, dribbling to the right side. He'll see another pitch. Lefties are one of 3 teams in the West Coast League to never clinch a playoff berth, and they're one of 4 teams in the league to never have a winning record. Lefties began their league play in 2017, replacing the Kitsap Blue Jackets, which are part of the West Coast League as a founding member of the league from 2005 to 2016. Foul ball spoiled from Feltus. Once again, we'll see another 3-2 pitch from Lathan Haywood, the Bells starter. Already 1 walk to his name. Haywood trying to add to his 1 strikeout. This put in play to the shortstop. 1 hop to Peschke. Will retire Feltus for the second out. 2 up, 2 down to start the third for Lathan Haywood in the Bells defense. Now Ethan Wood for the second time after hitting into a non-traditional double play. Had a awkward foul ball right in front of home plate that Jake Lyle, the catcher, gloved through to third at Nate Johnson for the first out, and then Johnson took the force out at first base to turn a 2-5-3 double play. Back in the first, it helped the Bells get a scoreless frame, despite the 2 first runners of the game reaching against Haywood. Wood thought about going at the first pitch, and on the appeal, he did not go. Wood this collegiate season was all South Central Region's second team for Regis University. It's his second year there as hits a foul ball off the left side. Johnson having a look at it as he slides into the fence of the opposing bullpen just off the left side of your screen, and Took some unnecessary damage. That was well out of play. You got to appreciate the hustle for it, but keep yourself healthy out there, Johnson. Seen a couple of Johnsons diving into fences. Bryce Johnson in right field did it during the Kamloops series. Ethan Wood ahead in the count 2-1 after that miss from Haywood. Two-one, bounced up the middle into center field, and the Lefties will have a 2-out knock here in the third to keep the inning moving forward for them. Brings up Carter Enoch. Enoch a ground out to Alexander at second base in his first trip to the plate. After hitting .281 with Saddleback College this year, the DH Enoch for the second time in this ball game with the Lefties. Trailing on the scoreboard 9-0 against your home Bellingham Bells. Two-out breaking pitch is strike one. This one flown to left. Jackson hesitated, but now will run in and has the glove for the third out and leaving a runner on first base for the Lefties. It's 9-0 as we go into the bottom of the third in Bellingham.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom of the third inning due up here. 9-0 the lead for the Bellingham Bells over the Port Angeles Lefties here in a series opener, and a message from Bellingham so far early. The offense on fire. Lathan Haywood shutting things down through the first 3 innings, and now it'll be the first arm out of the pen for the Lefties and what could be a long day for their pitching staff. Josh Hernandez will come in relief for this third inning after 9 runs score on the starter, John Hernandez. Only one of them earned, though, that homer back in the second from Noah Cassie, the only earned run. It was a total of 7 hits allowed, 2 walks issued, and 2 hit batters to finish off the relief, or the start from Aiden Venz, and now the relief appearance from John Hernandez for just the second time this summer. Hernandez will pitch. Jaden Jackson, top of the order, will lead things off. The last time Hernandez pitched was in a 17-2 loss against your very Bellingham Bells. He surrendered 3 runs in his 1 inning of relief. And Jaden Jackson flashing bunt as the pitch goes low. And the right-hander misses for a ball. 3 hits issued from Hernandez in that relief appearance. He gave up 2 walks as well of the 3 runs scored. Jackson ahead in his count 2-0. Already 2 for 2 in this game after a big week last week. Jaden Jackson was on fire for the Bellingham Bells. Batting average north of 500, an on-base percentage above 700. Grounds this one to Wood, and the Lefties will be able to retire him, something teams have struggled to do so far in the start to his Bells career, but it's the first out in the bottom of the third inning for Jake Lyle. Has singled and doubled, drove in 2 runs in the second, scored a run in the first. Bell's catcher continues to be one of the best hitters on this team. Out of Loyola Marymount University, it's been dominance in the WCL after just a 177 batting average across 96 at-bats for LMU this year. Jake Lyle taking ball 1 low to start his third at-bat of the game. First West Coast League action for him in his career after playing in the Pacific Empire League during the 2025 summer. Had 22 games there. Has impressed in his WCL debut, and definitely an early choice if you're to think about all-stars to come off this team. But with the way that the Bells have performed, I mean, you have a ton of guys that could get the all-star nod. Wouldn't be a surprise if during the Midsummer Classic we have some of the most players on the whole WCL All-Star North team. That's being hosted out in Victoria. Bells will be out against the Harbor Cats this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday is the West Coast League game of the week out there on Vancouver Island. Jake Lyle swings through strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two swing and miss from Lyle, and he's down on strikes. 2 straight retired for the Lefties reliever John Hernandez. Trying to get the Lefties back on track after 9 runs in the first 2 innings. Nate Johnson, searching for his first hit of the game, was hit by a pitch in the first inning and scored. Was the final out in the first inning. Bells batted around back to him at least. First pitch is a foul ball right side towards Bell's side of the ballpark. Strike 1 on Johnson. The 0-1 is wide from Hernandez. Hernandez struck out just 1 Bellingham Bell in his 1 inning of work in his season debut with the Lefties. 2-1 as he misses low to Nate Johnson. Got the 1 strikeout against Lyle, and a batter away from going 1-2-3 for the first time for a Port Angeles pitcher here on this Tuesday evening. 2-1. Johnson patiently taking ball 3. The tall third baseman ahead in the count, 3-1. 6'5" Johnson is. Used to be a switch hitter, but has now just switched into being a mainly lefty batter. 3-1 on the outside, and Johnson's on base for the second time in his ball game. A walk now added to his stat line. He'll go to the first for Noah Cassie, who launched a solo home run as the leadoff man in the second inning. Cassie crushed that thing over 370 feet out to left center field, and it's his 3rd home run of the year, first one that we've seen by him at home. Overall, 1 of 2 early in this ball game, and nearly plunked on the first pitch inside for ball 1. Cassie with just 1 home run in last year's West Coast League season with Bellingham. He's already got 3. Had 1 this year in limited time with Texas A&M Corpus Christi. During his JUCO career at Mineral Area Junior College, he had 25. Power is obviously something that he brings to the table. And we're seeing it so far early in the summer. 2-0 breaking pitch to him, taken for a called strike. Two 2-1 to Cassie, taking now 3-1 against the Bells' first baseman, and with 2 outs. Bells trying to extend this frame with maybe a couple of walks. Johnson off at first with that free pass. Bryce Johnson on deck. Josh Hernandez deals the 3-1, chopped on the ground, one hopper to Akko, who will take the force out at second from third. And that's how the third finishes. 9-0 the lead for your Bellingham Bells entering the fourth.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells! It's the fourth inning in Bellingham, and there is a pitching change on the mound for the Bells. Nathan Haywood finished after 3 scoreless frames, and inheriting a 9-0 lead will be Parker Warner. It's got to be the best spot to be. Coming in relief, a big lead. And Parker Warner, a sophomore from Stanford, as we get a look at him here at Joe Martin Field for the first time in his career. The final line for Lathan Haywood through his 3 scoreless frames only allowed 2 hits, gave up 2 hit by pitches and 1 walk. Finished his outing with just 1 strikeout, but scoreless nonetheless. Warner this collegiate year, 39 innings pitched for the Cardinal. Had a 6.46 ERA with Stanford in 5 starts and 10 relief outings. Here in Bellingham wears the number 32 as we see him debut. Gets on the rubber to face Caden Young. First pitch swinging and a weak fly ball out to shallow right that Aspen Alexander tracks down from second base. Makes a good defensive play for the first out in the fourth. Brings up Madden Akko. Akko grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. As now the third baseman the second time through will see a new arm. Good crowd at tonight's ball game. This is a Tuesdays Are For the People Day presented by People's Bank. You can enjoy 50% off your tickets, $3 select draft beers, and $2 off the entree meals here at the park. We've got 4 more left on the schedule for you this summer, July 7th, 14th, 21st, and August 4th here in Bellingham. BellsTickets.com. You can get the 50% off your tickets when you order them online. Ball and a strike on Akko and a 1 out on the scoreboard in the top of the fourth. It's a foul ball for strike 2. The 1-2. Misses low. Parker Warner Initially out of Granada High School down in California, making his way up here to the Pacific Northwest. Joining the Bells bullpen, and in his first inning of relief comes home in a 2-2. It's a foul ball that keeps Akko alive. Two and two still after a couple of foul balls from Akko, the third baseman. Warner's one-out toss. Swing and a miss. Gets his first career strikeout in Bellingham as he sits down Akko on the chase. 2 up, 2 down to start the fourth inning for Parker Warner. Now Tommy Markey comes to the plate. The center fielder lined out to Jaden Jackson and left his first time up. In 55 games with Fordham University this year, Tommy Markey hit .235 with 32 runs. Swiped 22 bags. Center fielder up with 2 outs, taking a pitch wide. Played in 55 games for the second straight time in his career, although made a more percentage of those 55 games started in a sophomore year than he did back in the freshman year, where he started 38. Started 51 this collegiate year. Although the batting average dropped down, his production on the base paths went up. Now he's back in Port Angeles for another summer. After a foul ball from him, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Already 2 up, 2 down to start this fourth inning in Parker Warner's debut. As the Stanford right-hander kicks and throws home. Misses low. 2-2 on Tommy Markey. 38 strikeouts for Warner this collegiate year in 39 innings. Bell's debut has started strong, looking for a 1-2-3 frame. Markey late on his swing on the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He sends a foul ball up onto the grass hill that's packed here at Joe Martin Field. These Tuesday games really fill up, although the rest of the games have really had great crowds. We're averaging around 2,000 fans here at the park this summer. Tonight will be north of that. Parker Warner's 2-2 again is spoiled by Markey. Fighting off the breaking and off speed, but late swings on the fastball. Parker Warner trying to find a way to put away this center fielder. Get out of a scoreless fourth. The minimum batters faced. The 2-2 pitch comes home. Shot to center field. Back on a run is Leon, and he will make a running grab in his right hand for a scoreless top of the fourth. And welcome to Bellingham, Parker Warner. 1-2-3, down go the lefties. 9-0 the lead still for your Bells when we return in the bottom of the fourth here in the Bells Radio Network.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Bottom of the fourth inning at Joe Martin Field, 9-0 the score for the home Bellingham Bells, and a series opener between the Lefties and Bells surely going the home team's way. Bellingham, after sweeping Port Angeles on the road a week ago, has started off this 3-game set in Bellingham in the perfect way. Scoreless first 4 by the pitching staff and defense. 9 runs posted through the first 3 innings by Bellingham. And now John Hernandez back up for the 4th, his 2nd inning of relief after pitching a scoreless 3rd. Bryce Johnson attacking the first pitch for a foul ball. Johnson 0 for 2, the only Bellingham Bell to not reach base so far through the first 2 times through the order. He swings and misses at strike 2. He struck out and popped up to the infield. Here's an 0-2. Breaking pitch away is ball 1. One, 2 into the Bells right fielder. It's fouled away. Johnson sees another pitch more as he tries to get on base for the first time in this game. 3 walks drawn by the Bells offense. 7 hits. They've been hit twice. They've scored 9 runs. Help of 1 error by the Lefties as this is in play to the shortstop, Feltus, who will make that play for the first out. Dylan Moss has been on base twice, but via an error and a hit by pitch. 4th inning, the DH now stepping up with 1 out. Foul tip from Moss for strike 1. Swing and miss from Moss, down 0-2 against Hernandez, who has looked strong here in relief for the Lefties, despite being roughed up against Bellingham his first time facing them. Now only his 2nd appearance on the mound for the Lefties this summer. So far has retired for the first 5 he's faced. Moss spoils a foul ball to stay alive. 0-2 as it's sat on going towards the lefty batter's box. Ball and 2 strikes. Moss weakly off the end of his bat to the second baseman Moeller, who bobbles it, and Moss is on for the 3rd time in this game, the 2nd time because of an error. This time the one that Moeller could not field cleanly from the second base spot, and the bobble puts the runner on with 1 out. Tyler Peschke to the plate, swinging at the first pitch and missing for strike 1. Peschke a single and a walk so far, and a productive start to the game for him. Inside strike against Peschke. A late call, but 0-2 is the start to the at-bat against the Bells shortstop. 0-2. Just missed for ball 1. Hernandez 1 strikeout, came against Lyle in the 3rd. Only base runners surrendered have been a walk in the 3rd and an error here in the 4th. Swing and a miss from Peschke, and that'll be the 2nd strikeout for the Lefties right-hander, as there's now 2 out in the 4th inning. Aspen Alexander, a strikeout and a walk. Drove in a run with his bases loaded walk in the first, went on to score himself. Later in the inning as part of an 8-run frame by the Bells. On the first pitch, he sends it just fair down the left field line into the corner. Moss is coming in to score. Alexander is standing well before the throw comes in, and it's a 2-out RBI double for Aspen Alexander to make it a double-digit lead for Bellingham. And Brandon Leon will be up after that 2-out hit. Unearned run against Hernandez after the error, allowing Moss to reach, goes in to score. But it's now 10-0 Bellingham in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch swinging from Leon and out to right foul. He was too early. Leon here in Bellingham with his debut, picked up a hit in his first trip to the plate, driving in 2 runs as part of the 8-run inning. Scored himself, but then his second time up, grounded out to first. The La Quinta High School alum up in Bellingham, Washington. Ball and a strike on Bellingham's center fielder. Bells have needed a center fielder after losing Bo Schinkel, and Brandon Leon looks to be the guy maybe to take his place out there. Such a great relationship between Bellingham and UCLA, as you can see on just even the roster that we have in the starting lineup today. Jaden Jackson, Tyler Peschke, Brandon Leon, all UCLA batters. And, of course, the bullpen flooded with a couple of Bruins as well. Leon sends this to right center, but playable for Markey, who will finish the fourth inning. Bellingham gets another run across, so it's 10-0 as we go into the fifth.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Into the fifth inning here in Bellingham, a 10-0 lead for the Bellingham Bells as Adam J. takes over in relief. So Parker Warner just the lone inning of relief here in his debut and pitched it perfect. 1-2-3 he went with 1 strikeout. And the Lefties are still scoreless here as we enter the fifth inning, down on the scoreboard big as well. So we're getting a look at Adam J., the left-hander, a freshman from Lower Columbia College, making another appearance here with Bellingham. Total of 18 collegiate innings this year with Lower Columbia. So far for Bellingham, Jay has just the lone appearance that came last week during the series against Kamloops. He pitched a total of 2 innings in relief and did not surrender a run, picked up 3 strikeouts on his way to helping the Bells to an 8-3 win in the series opener against the Kamloops Northpaws on Friday. So now we see him for the second time facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters of the lefties. Moeller leads it off, batting from the right side and taking the first pitch low and inside for strike 1. Wyatt Moeller is a high school senior from Los Osos High School. He's headed to St. Mary's College of California to be a Gael as he fouls away a pitch for strike 2. Coming out of high school, rated as the number 6 third baseman in California, ranked by Prep Baseball Report. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, now leading off the 6th. He takes a low ball 1. So now 1-2 against the second baseman. Adam J., first inning of work, ahead in the count 1-2. He misses wide to get it even between him and the young Wyatt Moeller. Adam J. just finished his freshman year at Lower Columbia. 18 innings, a .350 ERA for the lefty. 19 strikeouts and 18 frames. Moeller spoils a foul ball, 2-2. Jay was used as a reliever for Lower Columbia in all 12 of his appearances. Still 2-2. Now it's gone into a full count here to start the 5th. So 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And it's inside for a leadoff walk. So after getting ahead in the count against the second baseman Moeller, Jay spoils it and surrenders a walk. First base runner that Adam J. has allowed in his Bellingham Bells career. Of course, just the second appearance of the summer for him, but those 2 perfect innings were impressive for Jay. His first base runner's issued on the walk. Wes Lynch, the left fielder, after striking out, now up. Jay misses wild. Good glove by Lyle to keep that from going to the backstop and keep Wyatt Moeller at first base. Wes Lynch, a sophomore from California Lutheran University, played in 30 games this year. Hit .295. Came after a freshman year where he appeared in just 3 games. Takes a low strike and now 1-1 on the Odeya High School graduate. Good athletic high school down there. Same high school as Paulo Banquero went to. For you NBA fans. Check swing from Lynch for strike 2. NBA draft was tonight. Of course, all eyes on the MLB draft coming up in July. Plenty of guys on this Bells team that could potentially hear their name called. All 2 missing high to Lynch, so 2-2 against Jay as he's struggled to put away these batters with 2 strikes after the leadoff walk and now trying to retire Lynch. The bottom of the order ahead of Daniels, the top of the order for Port Angeles, waiting on deck. And with no outs, his 2-2 pitch is hit foul off the right side. And it stays even. California Lutheran this year, 23-17. They held an 11-13 Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference record. A mouthful for their conference. 2-2 on the inside and another full count here for Adam J. in relief. 10-0 is the lead for Bellingham over Port Angeles. Nine runs through the first 2 innings, and then another one tacked on in the bottom of the 4th. Another payoff pitch coming here. It is fouled away by Lynch, and we'll reset in the 3-2 with no outs. Leadoff man Moeller on first after his full count walk. Bells lefty Adam J. trying to find a way to put away Lynch, the bottom of the order hitter. 3-2 inside, and a similar pitch to where he issued the walk against Moeller is going to be ball 4 as well against Lynch. And now 2 runners on. Top of the order for the lefties, and Jordan Daniels, who's 0 of 1 after being hit by a pitch and flying out. .48 RBI for him with Citrus College in 45 games. He crushed 14 doubles and 10 home runs this collegiate year in the junior college system. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Puts Jay ahead, but so far it hasn't mattered getting ahead of these batters. It's been the failure to put them away once you're getting to those 2 strikes for the lefty. Now here against the right-handed batting Jordan Daniels, Port Angeles looking for any forms of life, down 10-0 in the top of the 5th. That's not going to do it as it's hit to Aspen Alexander, the second baseman, with a toss to Peschke, who turns the double play. 4-6-3 go the lefties for a runner on third and 2 outs. So 2 much-needed outs in the 5th for Adam Jay and the Bellingham Bells. And Will Feltus will step up in the top of the 5th as the lefty's shortstop grounded out to his shortstop counterpart, Tyler Peschke, in the 3rd and walked back in the 1st. Now a lefty-on-lefty matchup for their 5th inning and the 3rd time through the order of the lefties. That 4-6-3 double play, the second double play turned by the Bells in this game, and it hasn't been your traditional around the diamond double plays through this game. You know, the 5-4-3s, the 6-4-3s. No, it's been a 2-5-3 and a 4-6-3. Back pick throw from Lyle as back safely as Moeller. After his leadoff walk, the lefty's trying to not waste that. Fouled off the right side for strike 1 against Feltus. Yakima Valley College with Feltus a part of that. They were 30-21 this year, when even 500 in their NOAC East at 14-4. Feltus, a Washington State guy out of Tenino High School. 2-1 pitch to him is a miss for ball 3. Already 2 walks in the inning for Adam Jay, the lefty in relief. As the command has struggled. (3-1). Low and outside, and that's ball 4. The 3rd walk issued by Jay here in the 5th, and the only out's that double play. For runners on the corners for the lefties, Ethan Wood, the first baseman, trying to get Port Angeles its first run of the ball game, down 10-0. Jake Lowell, the catcher, gives the infield the sign, and now with 2 outs, another lefty-lefty favorable matchup for Jay, but has to dial in his command. 3 walks in the frame of the 4 batters he has faced. Luckily, the double play has him an out away from a scoreless inning. Ethan Wood going to be patient at the plate and make Jay prove that he can throw strikes. And after that miss, Jim Clem is going to go out to the mound to talk it over with his lefty. Jim Clem going out there. He joined the Bell staff all the way back in 2011 as the pitching coach and recruiting coordinator on Coach Gary Hatch's staff. He's been a constant for Bellingham throughout the various head coaching changes that have happened over the years. Himself back in 2023 was named the Bells head coach, led Bellingham to a 37-19 record. Bells went all the way to the West Coast League North Division title game. Wasn't with the team in 2024, stepped away for a quick season, and then came back in 2025 and helped lead, once again, one of the best pitching staffs in the WCL and helped lead Bellingham to a West Coast League championship. So he's now got 2 rings under his belt, being a member of the 2014 and now 2025 championship squads, both championships in Bell's history. Now once again partnered with another new head coach, Alan Regier. It's been a successful 15-6 start to the first 21 games for Bellingham. Looking like it might continue here with a 10-0 lead over the Lefties in game 1 of 3. Strike one after the meeting. So Ethan Wood in an even 1-1 count. Runners on the corners for the Lefties with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss from Wood, strike 2. He's got one of the 2 hits for Port Angeles in this game. He singled off of Lathan Haywood in the 3rd. Lefties without a hit since Haywood exited the game following the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, and Jay caps off a scoreless 5th inning with a swinging strikeout. And we're halfway home, 10-0 the lead for Bellingham as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom of the 5th inning, Bellingham a 10-0 lead over the Port Angeles Lefties as Jaden Jackson will lead things off for the Bells. And if you didn't know, Jaden Jackson debuted last week, and he was awesome with the Bellingham Bells. A .555 batting average, a .704 on base, with an OPS north of 1,600. And despite having all these great stats and stuff, he was snubbed from the West Coast League Player of the Week. You know, Zach Wattis of Ridgefield had a great week himself, but Jaden Jackson of the Bellingham Bells, if you look at every stat, Jackson had more or as many stats as him in last week. The only stat where Wattis had Jackson was home runs, 2 more than Jaden Jackson, who plays in a ballpark that you don't see very many home runs at. I know we saw the one against Cassie today, but it's a warm day, no wind really blowing. I'm sure Jaden Jackson will get his flowers sometimes this season, but could have had our first player of the week from last week with Jackson, as he's in a 1-ball and 1-strike count. John Hernandez for the 3rd inning of relief. So far just a run surrendered in the 4th. It was an unearned run after the error in the 4th. Second error that has gone on to burn the Lefties so far in this game, as Jane Jackson takes an inside pitch for ball 2 as it missed. Jackson, one of those guys that we're hoping definitely is with Bellingham for the rest of the summer, could be a key part of the postseason push, but he's got the talent to get drafted. Coming out of St. John Bosco High School, he's supposed to be headed to UCLA if he gets there. I'm sure Coach John Savage wants him to be a part of his program. Could be a team in the major leagues calling his name, though. On a 2-2, he fouls it away. Leading off the 5th inning here as the 1, 2, and 3 hitters come to the plate for Bellingham. Up 10-0 over Port Angeles in the first game of 3 against the Lefties. 4th overall game of the summer against Port Angeles. Jackson takes a low ball 3, now a full count. John Hernandez so far through 2 innings on the mound has a hit and a walk allowed. 1 run unearned in the 4th. With 2 strikeouts. Gets Jackson for his third strikeout as Jane Jackson goes down on the Ks. And that'll be the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Jake Lyle up. He's having a good day so far. 2 of 3. Struck out in his last time facing Hernandez, but single and a double on the season for him. Swings at the first pitch and lofts it to center field for Tommy Markey. 2 quick outs gained in the bottom of the fifth inning for John Hernandez, who has settled down Port Angeles as far as on the mound and so far has been keeping Bellingham quiet for the most part. Without the error in the fourth, would have scoreless work so far in relief, but the unearned run burning him back in the fourth inning after the error on Moeller at second base. Now Nate Johnson with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Swinging at the first pitch and chopping it to Moeller. Second baseman will make this play and cap off the first 1-2-3 frame pitched by the lefties in this ball game. We go to the sixth inning. It's 10-0 Bellingham in front of the lefties.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Sixth inning in Bellingham, 10-0 the lead for your Bells over the visiting Port Angeles Lefties. Adam J. for the second inning of relief out there on the mound as the lefty struggled with his walks in the fifth, 3 of them, but got out of the fifth innings with a scoreless performance despite those walks. Had the help of a double play and a strikeout to keep Port Angeles as he will now take over in the sixth against Enoch. Carter Enoch is 0 of 2 so far as the designated hitter for the lefties. And it's the lefty pitcher dealing for the Bells. Ball 1 on a miss to Enoch to begin the sixth. Just 2 hits allowed by the Bells pitching staff, Lathan Haywood, Parker Warner, and now Adam J. J did not surrender a hit in the fifth, but as a staff, Bellingham has walked 4, given up 2 hit by pitches, but no runs across for the lefties so far. Breaking pitch, a late strike called against leadoff man Carter Enoch. Saddleback College this year was 27-19. Enoch playing in 43 of those games. Fouls away, strike 2. Enoch initially from Santa Margarita Catholic High School in California. Two. Inside full count. Jay had to work through his fifth inning, kind of labored through it, north of 25 pitches in the first inning. He's got another full count. He deals with the 3-2, hit, and bouncing past the diving Peschke at shortstop into left field for a base knock for the lefties, and a leadoff single comes in the sixth for Port Angeles. That's just their third hit of the ball game. Caden Young, the catcher, doubled in his first plate appearance. Flew out when he led off the fourth, now up with man on and no outs. Caden Young is back in the WCL after playing 28 games for Springfield last year. Had a .235 batting average in his debut season with the West Coast League. 5 doubles and a homer to his stat sheet with the Drifters. Just finished his sophomore year with Fordham University, playing in 39 games with 28 of those starts. .260 the batting average for him this year. Came after playing just 9 games with Fordham. That included 5 starts in his true freshman season, initially out of Allen High School in Texas. Following in his father's footsteps playing at Fordham, his dad, Colin Young, played at Fordham from 1977 to 1999. Jim Clem is out of the Bell's dugout, and he's got the trainer with him, checking in on Adam J. Trying to see if something's wrong with the lefty here with the struggle of command that he has had so far through the now 2 innings of relief. We mentioned the 3 walks in the 5th, and now a 3-0 count after giving up the single against Caden Young. Trainer's jogging over to the dugout. Ever Strong Physical Therapy, responsible for taking care of our athletes throughout the summer. Try and take care of Adam J here. He's maybe got a blister on the hand or something. The trainer's got something she took and now is running out there to the mound. Bell's a comfortable 10-0 lead, but still the health of Adam J first in everyone's mind. Trying to have him eat up some innings here, help out the bullpen in the game that is well in control for Bellingham. Long injury timeout here as Jay gets wrapped up. Plenty of other series getting started in the West Coast League on this Tuesday evening. One that we have our eyes on is Wenatchee and Yakima Valley head-to-head. Right now in the bottom of the 5th, the Apple Sox lead the Pippins 6-3. That series is important because right now the Bells and Apple Sox are tied for first in the North Division. And through the first 27 games of the season, whoever is atop the standings earns an auto playoff berth here in the WCL. And the tiebreaker, if Wenatchee and Bellingham were to remain tied up until those 27 games, the tiebreaker is head-to-head. So that would mean that Wenatchee has the one-up on us. So we need to be ahead by Wenatchee by 1 game in order to take the North Division. Bells are going to go to their bullpen, so it looks like Adam J is being taken off due to injury. The new arm coming on, and we'll check him out. When we come back, going to step away for a quick second here at Joe Martin Field.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So Bellingham goes into their bullpen. Adam J exits with what looked like to be an injury. And inheriting a 3-0 count coming out of the bullpen is going to be Braden Blackwell, the University of Puget Sound right-hander, for his 6th appearance of the summer with Bellingham. So far through the 5 appearances he has tossed, 8 innings thrown for the righty. And a .563 ERA with a 1.5 whip. Just 3 punch-outs for the righty. As he'll take over here in the 6th with no outs. Final line for Adam J is an inning of work. 1 hit, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. And so far, no runs. But the runner on first after the leadoff single from Enoch will be an inherited runner for Braden Blackwell, responsible to Jay. Now Caden Young is up. 3-0 still the count. It was a substitution mid-count here between Young and Blackwell. And he's got to come out and just, you'd imagine, throw a fastball right down the middle. Young looks loaded. As that's taken for ball 4. So that's a tough break for Blackwell to come out of the bullpen at a 3-0 count, give up 1 ball, and you're now credited with the walk. So first and second, no outs in the 6th. First pitch swinging foul ball for Matanako. Nako initially from Notre Dame High School down in California before joining Fordham University for the last 3 years. During his time with Notre Dame, they were the #1 high school in California for baseball, the #6 nationally ranked high school baseball team during his senior season. Weak contact for him just flared to Peschke. They'll take the force out at third with Nate Johnson, and that's the first out. And the base runner Enoch was holding back in case that was going to be caught in the air from the third baseman Johnson. Didn't want to get doubled up, so it'll remain first and second with Enoch at second, Young at first. 1 out for Tommy Markey. Plenty of Fordham guys on this team. Markey, one of them as well. Fordham this year, 25-30 with an even 15-15 Atlantic 10 record. First pitch is a missed low to Markey, who is 0 of 2 with flyouts to left and right. Ball and no strikes on Markey as Braden Blackwell in relief has picked up an out. Might get his second here as it's popped up to the third baseman Nate Johnson, but he's called off by the shortstop Peschke, who takes that infield pop-up. And 2 down now for Wyatt Moeller, the second baseman who has been on base twice via a hit by pitch and a walk. Braden Blackwell trying to strand the inherited runner and the walk that he issued despite inheriting a 3-0 count after Adam J exited with an injury. University of Puget Sound right-hander facing St. Mary's College of California incoming freshman. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss from Moeller, strike 1. No St. Mary's guys on this year's Bellingham Bells team. A couple of guys have passed through Bellingham through my time being here the last 4 years. Most recently rediscovered the name Coleman Schmidt. He was an outfielder for Bellingham in 2023. That kind of threw me back some nostalgia. Of course, Nate Kirkpatrick. Oh, and 2 chopping ground ball. Peschke's got to charge it. The shortstop, a quick transfer to Cassie at first. Gets it done, and Blackwell finishes off A scoreless 6, stranding the 2 base runners. It's 10-0 as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts. Pro-Lions Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Pro-Lions Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
This is Noah Cassie. You're listening to Bells Radio, home of the 2025 WCL champs. Go Bells.
Bottom 6, 10-0, still the lead for Bellingham. It's been 6 shutout frames pitched across 4 different Bellingham Bells pitchers, and now the offense gets to go to work again. Noah Cassie leading things off, but the lefties are going to go to their bullpen. John Hernandez, solid relief outing for him. 3 innings of relief, the 1 unearned run scoring against him with the help of the error in the 4th inning. And he did a good job cooling down the offense for Bellingham, but it still rests as a 10-0 lead after 9 runs scored on the starter, Aiden Venz. Now Jordan Glowinskowski is making his 6th appearance for Port Angeles. Had been used as a starter twice earlier this season, but just a total of 7 2/3 innings pitched for him. He's been roughed up. 3 runs in his debut, allowed 3 runs in his second time out. Pitched a scoreless outing then against Kamloops. Scoreless again against Kelowna, but then when he faced the Bellingham Bells on the 18th of June, during that 17-2 blowout win for Bellingham, he surrendered 4 runs on 5 hits. Noah Cassie had a big hit earlier in this ball game. The Bells' first baseman with a solo homer in the 2nd inning. That made it a 9-0 lead, and the Bells since have added 1 more on. Glowinskowski's first pitch to Cassie is ball 1 in the dirt. For the Port Angeles right-hander so far in the season, it's a 11.74 ERA through 7 2/3. Strike in on Cassie, 1-1. It's a total of 10 earned runs off of 13 hits and 12 walks for the lefties right-hander. Cassie crushes this one. Did he do it again? He did! A second solo shot for Noah Cassie, and he blows it out of the ballpark for the 2nd time in this ball game. Another leadoff homer. I'm getting deja vu in the 6th inning as it's now 11-0. Cassie has doubled his season home run total just in this ball game, and it's only the 6th inning. Screamer from Cassie that makes it 11-0. So Glowinskowski not greeted nicely from Bellingham as Cassie sends another one over the wall. Two straight strikes on Bryce Johnson as now Glowinskowski tries to rebound from the leadoff homer from Cassie in the 6th inning. Johnson makes good contact and sends it out to left center. This gets over the head of Lynch. Johnson hustling into second base as the relay comes in late, and it's a standing double. A couple extra base knocks for the Bellingham Bells. to start the 6th inning as Johnson has his first hit. Now Dylan Moss is up. On base 3 times, but twice via errors. He scored 2 runs. The only true time on base, a hit by pitch. Overall 0 of 2 for Moss in this game. Strike 1 in there to the Bell's designated hitter. Home run and a double for Bellingham in the frame off the first 2 batters facing Jordan Glowinkowski. They roughed up the last time they saw him, and so far already a run across in the 6th via the homer, and plenty of time to add to it with no outs and a runner on second after Bryce Johnson's double. Moss trying to find his first base hit as the Bellingham now have 10 as a team. Ball on a strike. Glowinkowski deals from the first base side of the rubber, and Dylan Moss takes a wide pitch, ball 2. Five extra base knocks for Bellingham in this game. Of their 10 hits, half of them have gone for extra bases. Dylan Moss, a grounder to third. Oko snow cones it, but then throws it in time to first. It popped out of the glove for a second from the third baseman, but Moss will be retired on the out from a 5-3 across the diamond. Tyler Peschke's up. 1 hit and a walk, but he struck out swinging in the 4th facing John Hernandez. Jordan Glowinkowski's pitch to Peschke on the inside. Called for a ball. One-0 pitch sent to left field from Peschke weakly and dropping for a base knock in front of Lynch. Moving up to third is Johnson as a wild throw is caught by Oko as he had to dive for it. No one backing up third base either, so it could have scored Johnson had it gone wild. But it is the 3rd hit in the inning off of Glowinkowski. Now runners on the corners for Bellingham, trying to add to what is already a blowout 11-0 lead over Port Angeles. Aspen Alexander is up. Looks like at first base, Bellingham's going to use a pinch runner. Peschke's out after 2 hits and a walk. KG Hattori is going to play shortstop for the rest of this game. So Hattori now the lead off of first. Off of third is Bryce Johnson. Runners on the corners. Double play could help the lefties out of this inning. And for Aspen Alexander's at bat, who had a double with a RBI in the 4th, scoring Dylan Moss, who had reached on the error. 2 runs driven in for Alexander in this game, 1 of 2 at the plate with a walk and a double. Strike 1 against Alexander from Glowinkowski, and his first inning of relief has not started the way he had dreamed. His summer has struggled to get back on track here at Joe Martin Field. Right-hander has surrendered 3 hits in the inning, a leadoff home run to Noah Cassie. Crushed his 2nd solo homer of this ballgame, leading off the 2nd and now 6th innings with solo home runs. Pickoff throw goes to Hattori at first, where he dives back safely. Wood didn't apply a tag on the Bell's shortstop off the bench, pinch running for Peschke at first after he singled. Now 11 hits and 11 runs for Bellingham in the game. Alexander takes 1 for a strike on the inside. 1-2. Taken for a ball inside. Two on Alexander for his fourth plate appearance of the night. It's a foul ball that gets off the right side of your screen, out of play. Stays an even count on the Bell's second baseman, Aspen Alexander. Glowikowski set for a 2-2 pitch coming to Alexander with 1 out. Weakly hit out into left field, but it'll get the job done. Alexander has his second RBI knock in the game, and it's now 12-0 on that single to left field. Two runs in the inning. Brandon Leone is now up. The center fielder has gone 1 of 3 so far in his debut night. 2 runs driven in on his single in the first. Had a big year with the College of the Desert that got him headed back to Division I baseball, where he started his career with CSU Northridge, now going to UCLA. In 39 games with College of the Desert, 24 doubles, 5 home runs, 33 steals, and on 77 total hits, had 54 runs scored, 49 runs driven in. Big swing and a miss from him for strike 1 as he was out in front of the toss from Glowikowski. Ball and a strike on Leon. Top of the order, Jaden Jackson on deck. Another swing and a miss for strike 2 from the lefty batter. One out, runners at first and second for Bellingham. 2 in the inning across to score to make it 12-0. Pitch up and in on Leon is called for the first ball of the at-bat. Second ball, excuse me. So even 2-2 against Leon. Glowikowski on the mound, the third arm working for Port Angeles in this blowout deficit for the Lefties. Leon sprays away a foul ball back and onto the concourse for another look at 2-2. Glowikowski set for another 2-2 pitch coming to the Bell's center fielder, who's early on his swing, another foul ball. This time a grounder to the right side. That one top shelf, but missed the strike zone. 3-2 now, full count on Leon. First and second, and a payoff pitch from the right-hander. Smoked out to right field. On a leap, Daniels makes the catch out and right. Runner tagging from second, and he'll be there safely. Runners on the corners after the hot shot liner out to right field for the second out in the inning. So now Hattori at third, Alexander at first for Jaden Jackson, the top of the order hitter for Bellingham. He's 2 of 5 in this game and, you know, batting .500 in just this solo game. You'd think, hey, wow, he's having a great day. Well, in theory, Jaden Jackson batting 2 of 5 is going to lower his batting average. That's how awesome of a start he had last week. Fouls away the first pitch for a strike. Entered this series hitting .555 on the season. His Bell's career started in Game 2 of 3 against the Lefties out in Port Angeles when the Bells went on to pick up a sweep over Port Angeles. We've got 2 more games between these two squads. 6:35 start times tomorrow and Thursday. Jaden Jackson 1-1 at the count after that high miss from Glowikowski. This one hammered out to right. Jackson got under it, and he sends it out. A long ball party here in the 6th inning for Bellingham as Jackson gets himself a 3-run homer. It just continues to roll on as Jaden Jackson's Bellingham Bells career has had a fiery start, and it's 15-0. Jake Lyle now trying to match that performance from Jackson, launching a 3-run homer, his first at home, second of the year. And now Jake Lyle's up, who is 2 for 4 with two RBI in the game, but has been retired since the starter, Aiden Venz, left. He's been retired by John Hernandez twice and faces Jordan Glowikowski here in the 6th, who has surrendered 2 home runs in this inning, the leadoff homer to Cassie and a 3-run homer to Jaden Jackson, for a 5-run inning in the 6th to make it 15-0. Ball and a strike for Jake Lyle, the catcher. We knew the offense was playing good, but this has been something else here at home. You don't see 15 runs here at Joe Martin Field on many nights. You don't see 13 hits on many nights. An awesome display by Bellingham in this game tonight. And even better is the fact that they're keeping the Lefties scoreless. All-around game and excitement here. We've had 3 home runs at this park. There's some times where we won't get 3 home runs in a year from our home guys. Lyle with a foul ball to make him in a 2-2 count. Glowikowski just trying to hunt one more out in the 6th to keep this game moving forward. All the Lefties probably want to do is head back to the hotel room and reset for Game 2 tomorrow at 6:35. Bells aren't going to pass up this opportunity to pad their stats and find some success with their swings at the plate, and we've seen it tonight. Jake Lyle taking a called strike 3. It's looking on the outside, and he's retired for the final out in the 6th. But 5 runs across in the inning, 2 home runs. Cassie Jackson leaving the yard. And it's 15-0 as we go to the 7th.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. It's a hit parade party at Joe Martin Field. 13 knocks for Bellingham and a 15-0 lead over the Port Angeles Lefties as Braden Blackwell's out for another frame of relief after coming in facing the second batter in the 6th. The offense today, we mentioned what they had been doing up to this point. During the 7-game winning streak, outscoring their opponents 66-25. Well, that number is going to go up even more after tonight. as Lynch down 0-2 after that swing and miss against Blackwell. It is ridiculous what we've seen from the offense. They're performing so well at home, and the pitching right there behind them as well. It's been a shutout so far, and Braden Blackwell trying to keep it that way as he misses 0-2 well outside to Wes Lynch. 3 of the 7 wins that Bellingham has won in a row came at Port Angeles. They're looking to add to their win streak with an 8th straight here tonight, and barring a miracle, on their way to that. It's Lynch in a 2-2 count after taking the breaking ball. Blackwell entered in a 3-0 count in the 6th inning against Caden Young, gave up the 1 pitch for a walk, but then sat down the next 3 batters that he got to face in a clean count. Now with 2 balls and 2 strikes starting off the 7th, he gets into a full count against Lynch, now 3-2. Lynch a strikeout and a walk in this game. As part of the 5-run inning for Bellingham in the 6th, it was a solo home run from Cassie that got it started. Aspen Alexander drove in a run with his RBI single, and then Jaden Jackson with a 3-run homer that made it 15-0. It's a leadoff walk to Lynch to start the 7th. Lineup card turns over to the top of the order for the Lefties. And instead of Jordan Daniels, it's going to be a pinch hitter, Sam Matosic. So he's pinch hitting for Daniels here in the 7th. Daniels finishes his night 0-2, hitting into a double play, and the only time being on base via a hit by pitch. Other sub after Lyle struck out is that Lyle is out of the game, and Matt Churchill is catching now. Hattori also, after pinch running, is at shortstop for Bellingham. Aside from that, the defense remains the same for the Bells. There is strike 2 from Blackwell into the outfielder from Centralia College for Port Angeles. Centralia College this year 21-27 with a 9-15 record in the NWAC West. Ball and 2 strikes from Blackwell. Foul tip from the batter, and he stays alive with that. Just 3 strikeouts for Bellingham's pitching staff in this game, but they've held the lefties scoreless. Blackwell without a K. Just a pair of walks surrendered so far for the right-hander. The 1-2 pitch is hit early to the lefties' dugout. One, 2. Hit in play, could be 2. Hattori the shortstop, an underhand to Alexander. His throw to first in time. 4-6-3, the double play. 3rd double play by the Bells defense in the ball game. Base is emptied on the 6-4-3 traditional double play. Not necessarily all the way around the outfield, or the infield, but 3rd variation of a double play we've seen by the defense in this game. They're as big of a part as the pitchers as keeping Port Angeles scoreless in this game so far, as it's still 15-0 in the top of the 7th inning. Feltus 2 walks and a ground out for him in his debut with Port Angeles. One. Line back to the pitcher, glove by Blackwell. An underhand toss will finish it off as the pitcher flashes his leather. Will stretch in Bellingham 15-0, the lead over the Port Angeles Lefties.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the 7th inning in Bellingham, and it is a 15-0 ball game. Utter dominance by the Bellingham Bells in the series opener against the Port Angeles Lefties, as Nate Johnson swinging and missing hard at the first pitch for strike one. There have been 3 home runs in this ball game for the Bells of their 13 hits. To go along with the homers, there's also 3 doubles. And then the rest singles. Offensive explosion in this one. Sklowinkowski is out for another inning of relief. He gave up a lot of contact in the 6th inning. 5 hits surrendered, 5 runs allowed, 2 homers, a double, and 2 singles. So Nate Johnson takes an outside pitch for ball 1. Solo home run from Noah Cassie back in the 6th. The 3-run homer from Jackson in that inning. An RBI single from Alexander as well. Extended this lead up to 15-0. Right-hander missing a pair of times to Johnson after 2 strikes. So an even count against the Bells' third baseman. Johnson, a foul ball to stay alive in his even count, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Talk about setting the tone for the rest of the series. 15-0 in the opener. Chance to add to it and make it an even bigger blowout win. A statement on offense from Bellingham. You can't blame some of the crowd for leaving early here. It's not like the Bells are losing and you're leaving early. It's just like we've seen all there is to watch. We've seen home runs. We've seen double plays. We've seen the pitching be dominant, even if it's not coming with strikeouts. It's scoreless ball. Nate Johnson, after getting down 0-2 to start the 7th, works his way all the way back to a walk, and the quality at-bat puts him at first. And Noah Cassie, let's see if he can do something unimaginable. 2 home runs already for him. He has gone with solo shots in the 2nd and 6th, and if I was him, I'd be thinking I want number 3. See how he likes his approach. Takes the first pitch, and it's a called ball against the first baseman, Cassie. Entered this game with 2 home runs. He's doubled that total on the year, with 2 solo shots in the 2nd and 6th. Both times he led off those innings, though. Now he's the 2nd man up here in the 7th, so maybe that changes things. High fly ball to left. Back is Lynch to the wall, to the track. It's gone. Cassie, a third. Are we joking? 3 home runs for Noah Cassie here in Bellingham. And on a Tuesday night, Noah Cassie has turned into the Bellingham Bells version of Barry Bonds. 'Barry 'Bonds' 'Barry' 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 ' This time it's a 2-run shot leaving. Unbelievable stuff from Noah Cassie. 3 homers. $17-0. 3 home runs allowed from Jordan Glowikowski, and Lefties unfortunately just leaving the right-hander out there, just trying to save the rest of the arms for the rest of the series. There's not even a man in Port Angeles' bullpen. Bells look like they're going to make a defensive sub. Rashad Hayes is going to bat. So Rashad Hayes takes over for Bryce Johnson, who goes 1 of 4 with a double and a run scored, finishing his night. You got to imagine Hayes will take over at second base, and Alexander will move to the outfield. First ball into Hayes is a strike from Glowikowski. Hayes vaulted off the bench here in a blowout 17-0 game, where we have seen 4 home runs, 3 of them coming from Noah Cassie. Strike 2 dropped in there on Hayes. One strikeout for Glowikowski in his relief. 0-2, Hayes able to get to the breaking pitch. Had to chase it downstairs to stay in an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 on Hayes. Glowikowski gets ball 1 on a miss low. A miss from Glowikowski to draw it even against the batter off the bench. Pinch hitting for Bryce Johnson. Rashad Hayes out of Stanford. Headed into his sophomore year with the Cardinal. 2-2 swing and miss. Drop third strike, and Hayes is punched out for the first out in the 7th. Dylan Moss trying to join the hit party. 17 runs, 14 knocks by the Bells. None for Moss, though. And of Bells that started the game, him and Nate Johnson, the only ones without a hit. Moss, though, has been on base 2 times, reaching on errors, both the errors from the Lefties' defense. He has scored 2 runs. Overall 0 of 3. He fouls back the second strike in his at-bat. Oh, 2 after the strikeout against Hayes. Glowikowski hunting his third in relief. 0-2 to Moss, and he'll get another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. A swing and miss from Moss on 3 pitches. And he's sat down for the second time in the inning on Ks, and now it's KG Hattori. First at-bat for Hattori after coming off the bench, pinch running in the 6th inning for Tyler Peschke, and now in at shortstop. Saw him be part of a double play in the top half of the inning. Patient shortstop will take ball 1 high. Hattori, a high school freshman that has a commitment to Cal Poly for the fall. Has impressed with Bellingham, his plate discipline, his ability to fight off tough pitches, stay in at-bats, and play great defense as well. and to go upstairs for strike one on his foul ball. Ball and a strike on Hattori with 2 outs in the 7th. 2 runs in off the 2-run homer from Noah Cassie, his 3rd of the ball game. Strike 2 low against Hattori. Sprayed off the left side from Hattori to keep himself alive as he had a late swing at the fastball low and outside from Glowinkowski. But he will see another and keeps the bottom of the 7th alive for Bellingham. Swing and a miss from Hattori. 3 straight swinging strikeouts for Glowinkowski to finish the 7th. 2-run score in the inning on the 2-run homer from Noah Cassie. And we go to the 8th. It's 17-0.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Hey, this is Braden Blackwell. You're listening to the Bells Radio. Go Bells.
Eighth inning in Bellingham, 17-0 the score. The Bells lead the Port Angeles Lefties. Nathan Huey going to pinch hit here in the 8th inning. Taking over for the first baseman, Wood. Braden Blackwell is out there for another inning of relief. Blackwell has pitched the last 2 frames scoreless so far. Bell's trying to go towards a shutout here. Started from the starter Lathan Haywood, Parker Warner followed him, and then Adam J. to Braden Blackwell, the 4 arms for the Bells in the game. Huey, a freshman from Faulkner University, was 5 for 30 at the plate in his limited 18 games, where he made 8 starts. Came after a redshirt year at Cumberland University, fresh out of Sahuarita High School in Arizona. Blackwell behind him, 2-1. Breaking pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Some good break from Blackwell, the right-hander there, to get the swing and miss. Two fastball pulled in the dirt. Full count to the leadoff man in the 8th inning for Port Angeles. Woods Knight finishes 1 of 3 with a single hit into a double play and struck out before being lifted here for Nathan Huey. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blackwell gets the strikeout at 85 with his fastball, and it's his first strikeout in relief. So I assume the defensive sub was going to be Alexander shifting to right field with Hayes coming off the bench, but it's just going to be Hayes taking Bryce Johnson's spot in right field, keep things simple. So Alexander is still at second base, and Rashad Hayes in the outfield. As Enoch takes First pitch for strike one. That one in there for a strike from Blackwell. Ball and two strikes. Bells, as a staff, 4 strikeouts. Have only allowed 6 walks and the 3 hits. This is hit well out to right field, and hey, the ball will find you, Rashad Hayes. You're out there playing the outfield, it's going to find you, and he will make the put out for the second out in the 8th. Retiring Enoch. Bringing up the catcher, Caden Young. Caden Young with a double and a walk in this game. 2 out swing and a miss. Here in the top of the 8th, it's 17-0, Bellingham leading Port Angeles. This is one for the books with the amount of hits that we've seen, 14, 4 home runs. Shutout ball from the staff as well. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Can only dream about the rest of this series and what it might mean for Bellingham, maybe finding so much success. Young gets a good swing on this one and puts it out to left field. It'll one hop up against the wall where Jaden Jackson relays it into second base. But it'll be a double on a slide from Young. And it's his second extra bagger of the ball game. He's got 2 of the 4 hits for the Lefties. Both of those doubles, and extends the 8th inning to Madanoko. And it'll actually be a pinch hitter. Instead of Akko, it is going to be Brady Sprague. Two outs. Blackwell pulls it. Runner going for third on the wild pitch. Young moves up, threatening as the first Lefties run in the game here in the 8th. Blackwell's 1-0. A breaking ball for a strike. One swing and a miss. Sprague off the bench, down 1-2. Blackwell struck out the other pinch hitter in this inning, retiring Nathan Huey via a swinging K. Blackwell's first in relief. Now ahead 1-2 here. And Sprague gets a low ball 2. Two. Low and outside, and now full count. Three, 2, and it missed outside. A 2-out walk drawn. Runners on the corners for the Lefties in the 8th. Tommy Markey up, looking to get on base for the first time in the game. Blackwell set with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. 17-0. The Bells lead the Port Angeles Lefties in game 1 of 3. Port Angeles will be back here facing Bellingham tomorrow at 6:35, as they will be on Thursday as well. Ball and a strike. After that inside strike dotted from Blackwell. Tomorrow will be a Community Wednesday presented by Puget Sound Energy, designated nonprofit here in Bellingham. We'll receive $2,000 from Puget Sound Energy and the Bells. 1-1 fouled away for strike 2. It's also Native Heritage Night tomorrow. Tommy Markey down in a 1-2 count with 2 outs. First and third for the Lefties. Blackwell with a comfortable 17-0 lead as this is chopped foul. So still 1-2. Blackwell's pitch home. Shot to left center field, heading for the gap and down. Markey's going to have a double that scores 1 run. Being waved as the next runner home as Hattori's relay throw to the plate is in time. The tag from Churchill guns him down. So from Jackson to Hattori to Churchill finishes the 8th inning. The Lefties get their first run in the game, but it's 17-1 going into the bottom of the 8th.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judge & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom of the 8th inning, Port Angeles is now on the scoreboard after 1 run in the top of the inning, but it's 17-1 as we go into the bottom of the 8th. Lefties get their first run of the game on a double from Tommy Markey. Still Glomenkowski out there working for the Lefties despite the hard contact he's been giving up. He's just going to try and pitch through the 8th and just get the Lefties their bullpen into the next game. Alexander grounds it on the left side, and that stays fair. He's hustling for a double. He'll be in standing for it. And Alexander has his second double in the game, and it comes leading off the 8th. Jordan Chancellor, a Bells relief pitcher, is taking over as the first base coach. Leon at the plate after the leadoff double from Aspen Alexander. He's 1 of 4 in his debut night. Oh! Plunked them in the leg. So Leon to first base after the hit by pitch. Back to the top of the order, and Jaden Jackson, last time he was up, launched a 3-run homer in the 6th inning, one of the 3 home runs that Glowikowski has allowed in his relief outing, one of the 4 in the game for Bellingham. Noah Cassie's 3 home run night. And after the mound visit from the lefties, after the hit by pitch and the double, set to continue going. Big swing from Jackson for strike 1. In this game, Jaden Jackson 2 singles and his 3-run homer. He's 3 for 5 with 4 RBI and 2 runs scored. 0-1 fouled away by Jackson. No balls and 2 strikes on Jackson with 2 on. Last time he had this situation, he took a 3-run homer, and he gets an unlucky strike 3 called against him to be sat down in the bottom of the 8th. He goes down looking. He's been down looking twice. Churchill swings at the first pitch and skies it for the infield. It's Huey, the first baseman, calling, but the catcher, Young, had it in his glove, popped out, and then he caught it on the ricochet, so he gets the out. And there's 2 outs in the 8th with 2 on. Nate Johnson up, one of the few Bellingham Bells without a knock. Ball low to Nate Johnson. Oh, check that, strike 1. Johnson on base 3 times, hit by pitch and 2 walks. He has scored twice. Foul ball for strike 2 to him. Oh, 2 with 2 down. Johnson on the outside takes a called strike 3, and we'll go to the 9th. 17-1 your score. Bellingham looking for 3 more outs to top a dominant win over Port Angeles.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Hi, this is Thrasher Steed. You're listening to Bells Radio. Ring 'em.
9th inning, and the Bells have a new pitcher on the mound. Thrasher Steed takes things over for Braden Blackwell after Blackwell throws 3 innings of 1-run baseball. Blackwell allowed the lone run in the 8th inning off of 2 doubles in that frame. Those were the 2 hits he surrendered. In total, gave up the 3 walks over his 3 innings and had 1 strikeout. It's a 17-1 lead for the Bellingham Bells as we go into the final frame here. Bellingham 3 outs away from a victory here in Series 1, or in Game 1 of the series. Thrasher Steed in to face the 8-9-1 hitters of the Lefties. And that got him. Hit by pitch to start it on an inside fastball at 91. Clipped Moeller, who is now hit for the 2nd time in the game. Wes Lynch, a pair of walks and a strikeout. Thrasher Steed hits the first batter he faces here in his 8th outing in the summer with Bellingham. 8 innings, he's claimed 1 save and been credited with 2 losses. That one, did that hit Lynch as well? He had to duck down. The base runner moved up to 2nd on the wild pitch. Did not hit Lynch, so just a wild pitch. Thrasher Steed trying to dial it in here. He's only got 16 runs of cushion. He comes set here with no outs. Just finding a way to relax as he goes to the fastball at 89. One to Lynch, low on a fastball, called a strike. Thrasher Steed's 1-2. Gets him swinging for his first punch out in the relief outing. 5th strikeout for Bellingham. Steed on the summer now tallies his K total to 11 through 8 1/3. Back to the top of the order in Matosic, who grounds it to Hattori, the shortstop. Has to throw across the diamond, a slow hopper to first that is not in time, and Matosic has an infield single. Puts runners at 1st and 3rd. Matosic gets the single 1st and 3rd for Feltus, the shortstop. 0 of 2 in his Port Angeles debut. Thrasher Steed's 1-out fastball at 92 miles an hour is sprayed away foul from Feltus. Runners on the corners for the Lefties. 17-1 ball game here in the 9th. Bells leading. Hunting 2 more outs to claim the first game of this 3-game series. Tomorrow's game starting at 6:35 here in Bellingham. Oh, and 2 now the count on Feltus. Has not been struck out in this game. Steed missing high for ball 1 to the lefty batting shortstop, who has drawn 2 walks and had a pair of groundouts. Steed's 1-2. Low and inside for ball 2. Hit by pitch and a single, having runners on the corners for the lefties. 1 out for Thrasher Steed and a 2-2 count for Feltus. He deals to the shortstop. Check swing, foul ball. Steed showing a bit of frustration on his face, just trying to close out this blowout win. Bell's up by 16 runs after an 8-run first inning. Two missing wide, ball 3, and now a full count. Payoff pitch home is called strike 3. Hayes has his second strikeout of relief, and the Bells an out closer to a victory. Huey pinch hit in the 8th, struck out swinging. It'll now come up as the lefties' last chance in the 9th. 2 outs and runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. Bellingham looking for 8 straight wins. Looking to start off this series in a big way, and just an out away from that as Thrasher Steed deals his 0-1. It's chopped on the ground. Diving stop from Cassie at first. He'll take it himself to the bag, and that's going to do it. Bellingham takes an incredible 17-1 win over Port Angeles tonight. They dominate the lefties with 15 hits to 6. The lone run only scored in the 8th. Thrasher Steed caps it off and caps a win for the Bells. The Bells now improved to 16-6, dropping the Port Angeles lefties to 5-17. Tomorrow's game starting at 6:35 here at Joe Martin Field. And what a win it was. Noah Cassie, the man of the match, if you want to use soccer terms since we're all FIFA'd out. 3 homers for Cassie and 5 plate appearances, 2 solo shots, and a 2-run homer as well. A total of 4 runs driven in, 3 runs scored. A big day for the longtime Bellinghammer as Bellingham gets the first game of 3 against Port Angeles. And they'll have 2 more at 6:35 starting tomorrow and on Thursday. We'll take a quick step away and then go through all your post-game stats, take a look around the West Coast League, and possibly hear from the 3-run homer man himself, Noah Cassie. So stick around for the Bells post-game show. It's a 17-1 win for Bellingham over Port Angeles. I was Zen Hill. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stick around to hear all the post-game action when we return.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value,
a higher quality of life with better appliances,
and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Final from Bellingham, 17-1. The Bells take down the Port Angeles Lefties in game one of their three-game set. Let's look at some scores from around the West Coast League. Then we're going to hear from Noah Cassie as well. Wenatchee in the top of the ninth, leading Yakima Valley 9-4. Down in Bend, it's the top of the ninth, and the Ridgefield Raptors trail the Elks 9-2. Out in Kelowna, the Falcons leading the Kamloops North Paws top of the ninth inning 7-1. A final out in Walla Walla, the Drifters beating the Sweets 5-2. In the top of the ninth, Victoria on the road leading against the Nanaimo Night Owls 5-3. And then in the top of the seventh, it's a 7-6 lead for the Marion Berries over the Portland Pickles. Today, a 17-1 win for the Bells. You look at the box score, 3 of 6 for Jaden Jackson at the plate. He launches 4 RBI, 3 runs. The big day, obviously, from Noah Cassie having 3 home runs, 4 runs driven in, 3 runs scored himself. Just an offensive outburst. And we're going to hear from Noah Cassie in just a second here on the Bells postgame show, so stick around for that interview.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. ProLiance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, after a 17-1 victory for the Bellingham Bells over the Port Angeles Lefties, and we're joined by Noah Cassie today. 3 home runs for you. I mean, I got to start with, you hit the first 2. That's obviously awesome. When you come to the plate, are you thinking, I'm trying to hit this third one?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I was the skip actually caught me. I was talking to myself on the on-deck circle, and I was saying, go be great. Like, you need 3, and I was just trying to get that positive talk going. And he overheard me. He's like, "What did you say?" He was like, "What are you saying?" And I was like, "I'm talking to myself, Skip. Don't worry about it." I was like, "I'm gonna get a third here." And so then I went up. Yeah, I mean, that was just on my mind, and thankful to God that it was able to come true and happen.
Yeah, I mean, is this one of the most crazy baseball moments you've had in your career, 3 home runs?
I mean, absolutely. I've had a couple games in junior college and where I've had 2, but I've never had 3 in a single game, so I feel very blessed for that.
Yes. Was something working today for you guys? Obviously, I mean, you put up 17 runs, and here it's not easy to do that. Not easy to do that at the Joe, but was something working in particular?
Yeah, I think that as our year is going on and we're really kind of meshing as a team, and the culture is just building and building day by day, and we're hot right now. So the vibes are good in the clubhouse, pregame, everybody's up, everyone's ready to go, and I mean, we're a dangerous team when that's happening and when guys are clicking. So, I mean, it was just a great day overall.
Yeah, 8 straight wins for you guys. How big do you think it's been over the last couple weeks, just getting kind of the full roster figured out, getting some of these big guys like Jane Jackson had a big day today. Do you guys finally feel like you're kind of coming into shape, I guess?
Absolutely. I think that's the best way to say it. I think coming into shape is the best way to put it. I mean, guys will come in and out, and we've loved our guys that were like 10-day guys, and I was a 10-day guy myself 2 years ago, so I know what it's like to leave and come back and a bunch of new guys coming in, but it's just loving each other in the clubhouse and treating each other like brothers. And, I mean, we're all getting along incredibly well, and we're going to grow as a team and as a culture, and it's just so fun right now.
Yeah, when you guys were on the road last week against Port Angeles, put up 17 runs in the getaway game. When you came out today, scored 8 runs in the first inning, I mean, how high was the confidence meter for you guys, just knowing, like, hey, we can perform against this team and had that big lead for you?
Yeah, I mean, last week I think we surprised ourselves a little bit putting up 18, and obviously we know and we believe in ourselves to be able to do it again. And when we put up 8 in the first, we were like, whoa, like we still had 8 innings of baseball to play. And so we just continued to grind and put up 17 there. So great day for the Bells.
Yeah, ball was flying. Hey, how do you keep this momentum of 8 straight going into the next day and the next couple of series? Because we're coming up on this first half finishing off, and we've got a chance to maybe clinch an early playoff berth. I know last year you knew how big that was with us getting that early berth. So how do you finish the first half of the season strong?
It's showing up to the yard every day and really buying into what we're trying to do here, and it's win a championship. It's like dotting your I's, crossing your T's. That's what we say. That's what Skip says, and it's kind of become a little running joke. But for real, we take it seriously, and we want to show up and we want to win, and we believe that we can beat anybody at any time. And so it's just the mindset moving forward. We're going to continue, like we know now. Obviously, we're stacking up, and we're going to go into some good series in Canada. But we're kind of figuring out where we are in the food chain, and I think we're headed in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, Bells take a big victory tonight, 17-1. They'll be in action tomorrow at 6:35. Noah Cassie, your player of the game, 3 home runs. What a fun night! Thanks for joining us, Cassie. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, and go Bells.
Go Bells.